Hello, my friends, and welcome to this quick but calming little session in which we are going to really down regulate our nervous system, land ourselves in our body, and cultivate a sense of safety and ease. So, what you will need is obviously a yoga mat. You may also like to have some blankets and cushions and squishy things handy to support you towards the end, but otherwise, you just need your beautiful body and your intention to practice. Okay, so to begin, we are going to find a constructive rest, placing the soles of the feet intentionally on the earth as we come to lie on our backs, tucking through the chin, taking the hands alongside the body here with the palms connecting to the earth. Slightly tucking the chin to lengthen the back of the neck, and then feeling all vertebrae of the spine as they really sink into the mat, to the floor, to the earth below you. Feel the structure of your bones in this shape. Notice how they are supporting you here, as they are supported by the earth. You can close down the eyes or just soften your gaze down the bridge of your nose here as we take one slow, big breath in through the nose. And then a sigh through the mouth, maybe even make this audible. Again, breathing it in really super slow. Almost like you're making the slowness of this breath your little act of rebellion against the chaos and the speed of modern life. And then a long exhale out. You can allow your breath to turn to a natural rhythm now. As we take the arms out to the sides, either cactus or a T. You may like to take the feet a little wider. And then we'll really gently windshield wiper the legs side to side here. So we're just letting the knees drop to one side and then to the other. Hello, wall. You may like to turn your gaze away from your knees so that you are getting a little more of a twist in the thoracic spine. The aim here is to gently massage across the lower back, a space where we can hold lots of emotional and physical tension. We're also just gently marrying our breath with our movement here. Allowing this to feel really good, almost like a stretch in bed when you wake up in the morning. And then coming back to center when you are ready. Then we'll take the hands now to the belly, palms down, allowing the weight of your hands on your pelvis to create that sense of warmth and of safety into your lower belly here. And as you breathe in, can you feel the belly expand and balloon into your hand? And then breathe out, feel it soften and fall away. Nice. And then we're just going to gently roll to one side as we push ourselves up to a seated position. Bringing the soles of the feet together here and allowing the knees to fall out, finding a nice big diamond with the legs, a bit of a butterfly shape. Then we're going to gently undulate through the spine. So as we inhale, we will hinge from the hips forward just as much as you need to go to feel some sensation in the glutes and the lower back. And then as we exhale, we'll let the head begin this motion. It's going to hang really heavy, bringing a curve into the upper back. And then we're going to draw the body back as we stack the vertebrae one on top of the other, head coming up last, returning to that upright seat. So we inhale as we hinge forward, shoulders relax, head descends first, and then we slowly draw the body back as we ripple up through the spine. Breathing in as we roll forward, and breathing out as we come back up, almost like a wave as it crashes onto the ocean shore here and then recedes back into the ocean. Allowing this rhythmic, undulated motion to find a sense of balance in your body with your breath as we find some recalibration here. Really nice. Okay, now we're going to reverse this motion and come back the other way. So we're going to start with the chin to chest. Again, the weight of the skull brings that rounding into the upper back, and then we try and keep the face nice and close to the belly as long as we can before we scoop the body forward and up. So we start with the chin around the shoulders forward, head leads us down and then scoops us forward and up. Once you get the movement, again, you want to focus on the marrying of the movement with the breath. Moving slowly and intentionally here as we just settle the system. Beautiful, yogis. Taking one more here. And then back onto the hands now as we lengthen the legs forward. Maybe circling through the ankles, releasing through these joints one way and then the other. And then we'll set up for a seated fold. Now you may like to place a block or a cushion underneath your sit bones here to give you a little more length through your spine. Another nice thing to do is to slide a bolster or cushions under your legs if that's going to be supportive for your knees, if your hamstrings are particularly tight. And then we're going to actively draw the toes back towards the face, just protecting all of those ligaments and joints in our ankles, knees and hips. And breathe in as you find length through your spine. And breathe out as you slowly, once again, hinging with a neutral spine forward. Really allowing your body to speak to you here. And when it tells you that it's reached its edge, you can allow, once again, the skull to bring that rounding forward into the body as you settle down here. I'm just turning my head to the side so you can hear me, but you can allow the face to drop down. And remembering here that the goal is a hamstring stretch and a turning inward, not necessarily to fold yourself in two. So even if you are up here and you are feeling the sensations, the pose is perfect. So just choosing your expression of it, remembering that you're no better or worse a human depending on how deeply you can go in your forward fold. This is your body, it is your experience. Allow yourself to enjoy being here in it as you breathe. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly roll up one vertebra at a time like a string of pearls. It comes up last. And once again, we'll take a little counter stretch here, fingertips behind you. Think about bursting the heart towards the sky. Beautiful. Okay, from here we are going to just rock forward into a tabletop. Spreading the hands, spreading the fingers, then anchoring down through the tops of the feet and the knees. Then we're just going to kind of start to sway our tailbone side to side here. So almost like we were a cat with a luscious long tail. We're going to just kind of allow the tailbone to create this wave that ripples up our spine. So initiating from the tailbone and then allowing that kind of ripple to create this S-like curve up your spine, almost like a snake here slithering along the grass, or a fish swimming in water, initiating from your tail. And then you may like to start to kind of rock this forward and backwards on your mat. Doing your best to continue to start the movement from the tailbone, just letting the head move as a natural continuation of your spine. Beautiful. Let's go for one more round here. And then we're going to come back to neutral with that spine. Really nice. Okay, now we're going to move in the opposite direction. We're going to tuck the tailbone around, the shoulder blades apart, chin to chest. Find your cat. You may even like to pop up onto fingertips here. And then as we inhale, we're going to lower the wrists and find your cow. And then we're breathing through here at our own pace. At any point, feeling free to paint outside the lines. Maybe you want to find some figure eights or undulate your cat-cows forward a bit. You want to weave back in that snake-like, fish-like slither, just doing whatever feels good. Letting your body be your guide here. Eventually guiding the hips back over the heels as you extend the arms forward, lowering the forehead to a block or the floor. Finding your child's pose here. And as you breathe in your child's pose, feel like you're extending up and out through the back of the rib cage. And as you breathe out, just soften and melt the heart down towards the mat. Beautiful. One more round of breath. And then from here, we'll walk the hands in towards the knees as we sit up onto our knees, drawing the legs together. As we breathe in, we'll swoop the arms up and overhead. And then as we breathe out, we're going to twist towards the left. So we're just kind of hooking that right hand outside the left knee, placing the right fingertips behind us. Being careful here that we're not sinking off to one side with the hips. We're trying to stay evenly grounded down. And it might help here if you think about just gently pressing the tops of the feet and the shins into the mat to help you avoid sitting and dumping into the hips. And the gaze can maybe look over the shoulder, just making sure the jaw, the throat, the shoulders are relaxed. From here, we'll inhale, swoop the left arm up, keep looking towards the back. And then we're going to gently tilt the body towards the right. So we've still got this hook outside the leg here. Thinking chest to sky as we reach through the fingertips, enjoying that nice lateral side body stretch. And then the arm that is above now is going to swoop in front of the face as we rotate the body forward, hooking that hand outside the other knee. So we're really stretching the back of our body now, tucking chin to chest. Beautiful. And then release, interlace the fingers behind you. Reach the knuckles down and away, finding a counter stretch. And then we'll take the other side, breathe it in, swoop the arms up. Breathe it out as we twist over the right shoulder, left hand hooks outside right leg. Again, anchoring through the shins and the tops of the feet. And then swooping that right arm up. As we tilt over towards the left, reaching through the ring finger of that top arm. And then circle that arm in front of the face, hook it outside the left leg, chin to chest. And swooping the hands around. See if you can interlace the fingers the other way as we draw them down and back. Beautiful. And we're going to finish with a little bit of havening. So feel free to stay on your knees or sit down on your sit bones if that's more comfortable. I'm just going to take the hands now and cross them over to opposite shoulders, almost like we're giving ourselves a little hug here. And then we're going to start to gently rub down at the arms. So real soft, gentle touch here. Really noticing the feedback that you're getting into all of those nerve endings in your palms as you rub down your arms. This is a really beautiful somatic tool that balances the hemispheres of our brain and helps to tell our limbic system in our brain, that threat response activating system, that all is well, that we are safe, that we can rest. And as a result, our nervous system shifts into that parasympathetic state, that one where we can rest and digest and restore and repair and stay in play. So just allowing yourself to receive this here, continuing to breathe as you gently rub down the arms. And then we'll just kind of do the forearms here, rubbing one hand down and then back up and the other. Beautiful. Finishing with a container hug. So we're going to take the right hand alongside the left part of the ribs, right thumb pointing up, so you're kind of holding in your armpit. And then the left arm is going to loop down and around to hold outside that right arm. So we're literally creating a circle here around the heart space, giving ourselves that loving hold, that sense of safety, of acceptance, and of love that we all deserve. And then you may like here to close down your eyes or soften your gaze. If you have a blanket, maybe you put it over your legs or wrap it around your torso. As we find another beautiful big breath in together through the nose as slow as you can. And then when you're ready and audible, exhale out the mouth. Hands to your heart in honor of this practice, of the time that you have carved out. And for all of the experiences that make you who you are. If you would like more of these regulating tools and support systems, then the 19th of January is the next start date for our Wellness Woven In Challenge. This is 7 days of really thoughtful, easeful but effective wellness tools that are going to help you hit that reset button for the new year, but also set yourself up for wellness that fits you and that feels authentic, so that you're not setting yourself up to fail come February and feeling resentful and guilty and all of the things. So it's daily movement bursts, somatic and nervous system tools, nutrition tips, and also the support of the group inside the community. You can find all of the information in the notes of this video, and you can also head to alexbella.com to sign up there for just $44. Otherwise, sending you so much love. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for carving out this time to nurture yourself. That honestly is what is so needed in this world. And wishing you a beautiful day, evening, night, whatever it is where you are. I'll see you again soon. Bye, friends.